Hello and welcome in our today's edition. Today we are going to talk about toxic employers. Most people think that the bosses are always toxic. But do you know that being absent from workplace without permission, without consulting your boss, you're being a toxic employee? People might think it's always that you can whine and complain to your boss, whatever he assign you, any other duties. Do you know you're becoming a toxic employee? It is not always right to complain. You can complain, but can you complain at the right time? Can you have some meeting with your boss and then you complain? Stop being a toxic employee. Having other employee click to your wing and you want to talk about your bosses, you want to talk about other employees, you're being toxic. Stop that and let's just concentrate and work. Do you know that undermining your boss or talking about your boss in his absence and talking with other people, you're becoming a toxic employee? That is not right. If you have something to complain about your boss, go get him, talk to him, and complain to him what you think that is not necessary. Most people switch off their phones intentionally. Most people just don't want to pick their phone calls when they're being called at work. Do you know that that is a sign of being a toxic employer? It is not right. Always answer your phone calls. Always make sure your phone is on. However much you're working, if you're on leave, answer the phone call, talk to your boss, tell him you're away, and then maybe you can discuss other things later. And do you know that following or not even having the guidelines to follow, you're becoming a toxic employer, because there are some strict guidelines at your workplace you must follow. For example, you don't expect to come to work when you're drunk and you think that you're doing justice to yourself. No, that is one sign of being a toxic employer. And poor dressing. Some organizations, some workplaces have their code of dressing. But do you know that when you dress inappropriate, you are becoming a toxic employer? Being lazy is also a sign of a toxic employee. It is not right. Work hard, do your thing, then go home and lazy around your place. It is not correct to lazy at your workplace. Having excuses for not coming to work. Maybe you're late. You want to say, oh, my baby was sick, I was held up in a jam somewhere, my maid decided to run away, it was raining. No, never have excuses when you are supposed to work. Always make sure you are right on time when you're told to work. Being or having excuses, you're being a toxic employee. Taking advantage of your boss is always becoming a toxic employee. Or maybe what people think, I'm dating such a boss, I'm having an affair with this boss, so I can't do anything, I'll just lazy around. You are becoming toxic. If your boss is screwing you anywhere or doing whatever you want to do it outside that office. But if you want to work in that office, be sure you are that serious employee. Stop being toxic and taking advantage of your boss because of your friendship. Stop bad-mouthing your boss, belittling them. Or even some people think that we come with him from the same village, so I know him, I know how poor they were, I know what kind of a person he was when he was growing up, so there is nothing he can't tell me. No, let's avoid all those things and let's stick to our work ethics and make our work progress, and let's work together. Stop being that toxic employee.